Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here for my first YouTube video ever on this channel. This video is educational.
Chemical reaction.
It's professional. It is really good. But on a real note, I shot the whole video on my computer, so you can, in my next videos, you can expect a lot higher quality stuff because I got my GoPro back, so I'm gonna be actually filming with a real camera this time, and not starting halfway through the project. But normally I make rings and all sorts of jewelry, but mostly rings. So I mean, enjoy and let me know what you think down below. All right, peace and love.
All right, so it's really late or really early, and I decided I have to finish this. I'm restoring my grandfather's old cross, or it was a crucifix, but the Jesus piece is gone. But this thing is well over 100 years old. This is kind of it's not a great picture, but this is the before picture. And what I've done was cut the string off, sanded the rivets out, and I didn't know this, but let's see if you can. The plating in the front is actually made out of gold. What I did was I soaked all the pieces in vinegar, and I've sanded it. And now I just thought it'd be a good idea to start filming. I should have done it the whole time, but so I've sanded all this from 1,000 to 3,000 grit, silver square wire. Stick it in the lathe. I'm thinking I really don't need much material, so, and this is real silver, so it's kind of expensive, so I'm just gonna cut off a little snip, throw it in the lathe. Just like that. And I'm going to sand it. Alright, so I got the 3 big rivets all sized up, and I took them over to my vise, and I hammered them down just to look like this. Give them that kind of nail shape so they're fatter at the top. So that way I can sit the cross on the, here I'll show you, like this, and they won't fall out of this end. So they'll sit like this, and I'll hammer that down a little more. And at the end I'm gonna sand all this down so it'll be like flush. All right, so I wanted to show you kind of how the process works to make the flat end of the rivet. So I took the rivet because I needed a bit more, so I wrapped it up with some tape and stuck it in my vise, just like that. So silver's pretty malleable, and it's also a very small amount of material. So literally, that's plenty. That's good. All right, so last step for tonight anyway. I'm gonna put all of the rivets in and then just epoxy it and let it dry overnight because I gotta go to bed. Oh, also, I'm going to let the chain soak in vinegar overnight, so that'll be nice and should be really cleaned off by the time it's done doing this tomorrow. So just let that sit, and then tomorrow we'll come back with the polishing wheel, just polish everything off, and then take some pictures. So I glued everything up, and I only have like one clamp that's even like small enough to kind of fit on it, so I sort of haphazardly taped it to protect it and tied it up with a bunch of string just to keep that gold leaf flush and pressed down everywhere so the glue can bond and cure to it like as strong as possible. So we'll leave this overnight, come back in the morning, see how it turned out. And then, yeah, polishing and sanding, that's all we got left. Alright, so it's the next day, or the next night. I'm about to take everything off and sand these rivets down here, polish this thing up. But first, I want to show you the chain. The chain is looking awesome. It's much more like silver, and you'll be able to see it a lot better in the final shots. And I would love to like sand it if I could, but I can't, right? Because it's just not gonna get in all the cracks. So what I'm gonna do is make a super janky rock tumbler. I'm gonna stick this nail. Wait, no, other way. Okay, like this. Take some glue. And this is activator spray. It will instantly harden the glue. Really, really handy. I'm just gonna do that a few more times till it's nice and built up. And this thing gets super hot too, because when this activator glue it's a catalyst for the glue, so it just speeds up that reaction, and in every chemical reaction there's a ton of heat released, so it gets really, really hot. Just because that reaction is what would normally take, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes is happening in 5 to 10 seconds, just to be safe. Boop. One more spray of the activator. And there we go. There's our really, really janky rock tumbler lid. So now I'm gonna take the chain and throw it in this salt. And what this will do is just sand and like, I'll probably let it go for 30-40 minutes. The chain will just turn in this salt and it'll get into all the cracks and crevices that I wouldn't be able to normally hand sand. I'm just gonna stick that on my drill. So put this here. I'm also gonna actually do a little bit of glue on this side just to be safe. So I got the drill. Super janky rock tumbler. And here's what I'll do. To keep going, I will just stick a hair tie. Come back 30-40 minutes. Should be good. I'm just gonna put this where if it falls, it's not gonna break, it'll suck. Okay, in the meantime, let's get ready to rivet. So, going to just file all these down pretty close. Alright, it's time to rivet now. I'm not gonna show this on camera because I just don't have a good way to set it up right now, but it's really simple. All I'm gonna do, so I got the rivets filed down, I'm just gonna really lightly hammer them just a tiny bit. So the idea is that the rivets or the posts that are connecting the gold part to the silver part will kind of mushroom out, will bow over to really hold it really secure. I mean, and the glue would do it anyway, so even if I didn't have these rivets, this cross is never coming out. But that's how it was when I took it apart. That's how it's gonna be when I put it back. getting some polish. I'm gonna stick this polishing attachment into my lathe, and I'll use Tripoli and Rouge, which are polishing compounds. Put it on here, polish it up, clean it off, and then we'll take pictures.